Hey, wait. Before you skip ahead, just to let you know, you can actually watch the full version of this on our Patreon, and you can actually watch next week's episode a full week in advance. I mean, it's very easy. I mean, right down there in the description, or right up here in the corner. Feel free to give it a click, and we'll see you there. Last episode was quite the experience, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
Last episode was just an emotional roller coaster, man. I mean, in every sense of the word. It really took us for a loop twice, and I didn't know what to expect.
It's like they've almost kind of pulled this shit off at this point, but like there's hardly anybody left as a result.
Yeah.
That kind of blows.
Victory has been achieved, but at what cost?
Yep.
That's literally the question you have to ask yourself. I mean, holy hell. It's something that, we talked about this. We talked about what to expect, and we had some predictions of what was going to happen, but we couldn't, we had ideas on which characters were safe and which ones were on the chopping block and which ones were potentially on the chopping block. And one that I expected to some degree, but also one I did not expect. I mean, one that we all know and love, Irwin. Because the man is one of the ballsiest sons of bitches ever to be put on film, and one of the ballsiest characters ever. And then Ahriman, who has been Aaron's best friend ever since he was a kid, and also a brilliant tactician and a good mental chess player against the Titans.
And someone that I was going to say, like, I was willing to bet money on would last for the entire series.
Same here.
I thought it was going to be like Aaron, Mikasa, and Armin were like the main trio, and they would all be here at the end of it.
That's what I had hoped as well. And with what happened with last episode, we just so much happened, dude. I mean, the fight between the scouts and Reiner, which got resolved. They managed to knock Reiner out of his Titan. They blasted his ass, and then of course Bertholdt getting ripped out of the Colossal Titan by Eren after a distraction was made by Ahriman, and then of course Levi making sure the lives of the cavalry weren't put to waste, and decimating the Beast Titan so bad that his quadrupedal bitch boy had to come in and save him.
So another thing we didn't talk about last episode was that he mentioned King Rhys.
Yeah.
And how he knows about King Rhys taking the memories of humanity.
Yeah.
So that kind of also puts the theory that I had a little further up my list, that I think this group of Titans outside of the walls knows what happens to humanity, and I think they're doing a really twisted way of trying to set everyone free, which is just basically y'all are better off dead at this point, pretty much, kind of thing. And essentially, like, because of who was in charge previously and everything, that's why they considered humanity to be an evil race. But I don't think they even realize, about Krista being queen at this point. Like, the way they've been talking, they don't even have any clue about that.
Well, how would they? I mean, they don't have any more. All their inside agents are now exposed and are back at the front lines. Mm-hmm. The best ones they had were Bertholdt, Annie, and Reiner.
It's gonna be really fucked up if like they start talking to Bertholdt or Reiner, like, and someone mentions like Krista being queen or whatever, and they just like their eyes get really wide and they're like, what, like, why didn't you fucking say that, or something like that,
Yeah.
It's just like, that's something we didn't think could be possible, like, for there to actually be a benevolent ruler and the kingdom of the humans again or whatever.
Yeah. Either that or maybe
that'd be really fucked up.
Maybe they're just too far gone, dude. Because I don't know. Because that's the thing. I mean, there's people who can be reasoned with. There's people who can think about things logically, but then there are people who are way too far gone. In which I'm concerned that Reiner may very well be too far gone, and now because of Bertholt's commitment as well, he may be too far gone for that. If that is the case, I'm not sure. But I guess we're just gonna have to see, man.
Yeah, I still have kind of a bad feeling because supposedly there's been a 4th season confirmed, and what we have time for episode-wise left is basically for them to draw some sort of conclusion to this battle. Hopefully, I'm going to be really pissed if not, but hopefully go in the basement.
Yeah.
And that's about all we have time left for.
Well, we have let's see,
and then
18, 19,
whoever's
20,
still alive
21,
to hopefully
22.
get back home.
We got 5 episodes left, counting this one.
Like, hopefully the season ends with them being like, so the walls are resealed, the Colossal Titan and the Armored Titan are no longer a threat, and we're cleaning up the Titans left within the wall, the outside wall, so that humanity can take it back. That's how I hope this ends.
That's, yeah.
Like, after sacrificing so many people, that would be the best possible outcome at this point. And we've got to see what was in the basement.
Yes.
And now we know what threat is looming and what we have to prepare for, essentially.
Indeed. That's what I'm hoping for as well. I mean, we're just going to have to see, man. We're just going to have to see. All right, let me get this up on screen, and let's just get into it.
Because I have a bad feeling it could not end that well. It could go further south.
Yeah, I think that too. Sorry. They didn't even do the intro.
I usually do the intro after a cold open type thing. Or
but it's running the credits. Oh, shit. What?
全然親父と似てないな。お前は父親に洗脳されている。
You're full of shit.
What?
父さん。
Oh. Of course he chased you here, dude. He wants to kill you. You are his mission. Oh, call it a draw. Yeah, you're running away like a bitch and you want to call it a draw. My ass. You lose, asshole.
I don't think you get to call shit a draw after all the shit you've done.
Yeah, after losing.
You're full of shit. Nobody believes you.
今のでガスが完全に消えた。奴を追う。ガスと刃すべてよこせ。
What? No fucking way.
He's gonna have a bad time if he's still alive.
Oh, dude. I don't even... All of his nerve endings are probably shot. Like, he probably doesn't even have any left.
Noise.
手紙？何の手紙？
ユミルの手紙だ。クリスタに必ず。
君は私たちが知りたいことを教えてくれるかな？
いいや。
ありがとう。覚悟ができてて助かるよ。
そうすることで、一旦は知性のない巨人となった者も
Wait.
人間に戻り。
Armin?
Give it to Armin.
Yes. Yes, give it to Armin.
それが果たせれば。
You gonna have to choose to save Levi or save Armin.
Levi.
Or save
Erwin, you mean?
Yeah, thank you.
わからないものはわからないと蓋をして、この先どうやったら俺たちは巨人に勝てるんですか？じゃあ俺たちが敵を計り知れるようになるのは。ミカサ、すぐにエレンたちの状況を見てきてくれ。そしてガスを補給し、リヴァイから注射薬をもらってこい。何らかの理由でそれが叶わない場合には深淵弾を撃て。アルミンが息を吹き返した。頑張れ。もっと息吸え。
アルミンを巨人にしてベルトルトを食わせるんですよ。早く注射をください。
No! Ooh! Ooh!
Fuck.
John! Good save! Oh, they got Reiner.
Shit! Fuck!
Connie, no! Connie!
俺が取り返しのつかないことを。
私の判断だと言ったら
You're killing me, Smalls.
リヴァイ兵長
Oh, damn. They are gonna make them fucking choose.
Damn it!
That's fucked.
God damn.
How are they supposed to pick?
Oh. Both died.
この注射はエルヴィンに打つ。
さっきアルミンに使うって
方を生かす。
Either of them technically could. Armin's a worthy successor to Arwen.
I wonder if I can take this shit, dude.
調査兵団団長、見殺しにしろと言ってるんだぞ。時間がない。邪魔をするな。
さっき注射をすぐに渡さなかったのは何なんですか。
エルヴィンが生きている。その可能性が頭にあったからだ。
フロックが瀕死の団長を運んでくるなんて。
ここにエルヴィンが現れた以上、エルヴィンに使う。
Easy! Easy!
お前らも分かってるはずだ。エルヴィンの力なしに人類は巨人に勝てないぞ。
そうだよミカさん、もうやめろ、こんなバカな真似。トロストクを岩で塞いで守ることができたのも、兄の正体を見抜いたのも、夜間に侵攻することを思いついたのもアルミンだ。潜んでいたライナーを暴き出したのも。
渡してください。
人類を救うのはエルヴィン団長だ。
黙ってて。
あの壁の向こう側に生きてる兵士はもう誰もいねえ。獣の巨人の投石でみんな殺されたんだ。誰も助からないと思った。でもエルヴィン団長だけは違った。まだ息のある団長を見つけた時はとどめを刺そうとした。でもそれじゃ生ぬるいと思った。巨人を滅ぼすことができるのは悪魔だ。悪魔を蘇らせる、それが俺の使命だったんだ。邪魔するなよ。よせ。
Hanji?
ハンジ。
Sorry to blow on my mic, there was an ad on it.
なんてことだ。
Choice to be made, man.
私たちにはエルヴィンがまだ必要なんだ。あの壁の中で希望の灯火を絶やしてはならないんだよ。それはアルミンにだってできる。だがまだエルヴィンの経験と統率力が。私にも生き返らせたい人がいる。
ハンジだ。
Oh, that's why she survived.
とてもじゃないけど受け入れられないよ。正気を保つことさえままならない。辛いよ。分かってる。
海って知ってますか。いくら見渡しても地平線の果てまで続くアルミンが。おい、もうやめろよ。この壁の向こうにある海をいつか見に行こうって。何
こで確実にベルトルトをエルヴィンに食わせる。
さあ行こうミカサ。だからまずは海を見に行こうよ。見てろよ、絶対あるんだから。
このまま地下室に行きたい。まったくどいつもこいつもガキみてえにわめき散らしやがって。
What?
エルヴィン。夢を諦めて死んでくれ。新兵たちを地獄に導け。
何かに酔っ払ってねえとやってられなかったんだな。
He picked Armin. Nah, don't think so. You get to see what Marco felt like, even though it wasn't your choice. It should have been Reiner.
His last thoughts were Vanny and Reiner.
獣を仕留める約束だが、まだ先になりそうだ。
もう死んだよ。
We have an Armin Titan now.
Oh.
This sucks.
Jesus Christ, dude, I can't take this right now.
That was a fucking rough episode, dude.
Hey, kid, man. Oh. I can't, what the hell? There's just so much. God, I feel so much right now, man, because it's just... The decision between those two.
People in the comments last video already fucking know. We haven't even got to see those comments yet because we just watched last episode. But
God,
I thought
I can already hear. Yeah.
I thought that Aaron and Mikasa and Armin were gonna be here till the end of it, and Armin's gone. And people will be like, in the comments probably.
Yeah, those be people who literally don't care about spoilers just be
Sure
like,
you guys-
"Oh, not true."
I'm sure you guys enjoyed the shit out of that.
Bet you so. God, dude. Jesus, criminy.
So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and say this because I'm pretty sure he's dead now. The thing that I thought I had heard, that I talked about, I think probably like at the end of season 2 or something, that I wasn't sure about, like definitely before Krista got put in as queen, I could have fucking sworn one of my friends spoiled and said King Erwin at some point.
Oh.
And I don't know if the manga maybe went a different way and he is still alive and king in the manga or what, but I could have sworn it was either that or it was like a fan thing. And it was like fans just wanted him to be king or whatever.
Maybe, I don't
But
know.
I thought someone called him King Erwin at some point. But
yeah.
that's what I thought I heard, but I don't think that's the case now. After everything we've seen.
Yeah, after everything, dude,
It might have just been my friend Kenzie that really fucking loves Erwin that was just calling him King Erwin because she wanted that to be the case.
Yeah, she wanted him to be back.
I would have liked to have seen her reaction to this. I'm sure she was fucking distraught for a very long time.
I would be too, man. Think about it. I mean,
because for her, Erwin was Levi to me, you know.
Oh,
like
Erwin
he was absolutely
her
her favorite character in this whole show.
Was her number one?
Yeah.
And whereas Levi's your number one?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mikasa's my secondary. Like, if Mikasa dies, I also might quit. But
well, given everything that's happened over these last 2-3 episodes, Jesus.
Yeah.
I can see why people said
I kind
this
of expected
season's
Erwin
amazing.
might go down in this one, but at the same time, after losing an arm and everything, I was just like, man, he's a tough son of a bitch. I don't know if he'll ever go down. He'll end up being just a head and a cat in a little glass jar with some liquid in it at some point. Still be alive.
Go full head in a jar.
Yeah.
Go full Futurama.
Full Futurama.
Just conserve him. And just him still barking orders. I can actually see his head in a jar at the top of the wall, just being like. Like,
I just see his head in a jar on a horse saddle, being like, oh, like going and just his head. Somebody should draw that if nobody's done that before. Just leave a bunch of soldiers in to attack some titans. Oh!
except for him, where he's in the glass. He's a glass head in the jar. Oh god! So
people are gonna be like, "How dare you make fun of Erwin after he just died?"
It's our way of coping.
Pretty much.
Comedy's a coping mechanism. You want to know about comedy being a coping mechanism? Go watch that one video of that one Irish guy who's at his funeral. They played that tape. It sounded like him knocking on the casket. Like, it's fucking dark in here.
Let me out.
Let me out.
It's not funny anymore.
I hear the priest. I'm still alive. It's like,
still alive in here. Let me out. Pretty freaking
great. They put me in the fucking box. But this, the choice, dude, the choice between Erwin and Armin. I mean, Erwin, in some cases, is irreplaceable as a leader. But at the same time, Armin is the next generation. Mm. And considering how much Erwin's already been through, I can understand why they would want why Levi would be okay with letting him rest. But still, dude, holy hell.
Well, Levi was totally gonna pick him, and then whenever he knocked his hand away, he just was like, "Wait." Like, I think he was delirious, yes, but I think he also was just aware enough to knock his hand away and be like, no, him. Like, you know, kind of.
Yeah.
That was like his way of saying, like, pick Armin instead. Like, he knew how valuable Armin was. They made good points, too. It's like, yes, Erwin came up with the plan for Levi to take down the Beast Titan, but Armin came up with the plan to plug the hole. He found their hidey hole.
He exposed Danny.
He's done even more, just as much, if not even more, than Erwin has. Like, basically, and Erwin fully believed in him too.
Exactly.
Like,
Erwin placed him in command of.
If there was going to be anyone left in place of Erwin, I think he would have picked either him or Aaron. And he would have picked Aaron because he knows how valuable Aaron's Titan powers were to humanity. But could someone be a Titan and still survive over him? I think Armin would be his number one pick. Like, the only other one he would probably pick over, as well over himself would probably be Levi.
Yeah, which the thing with Levi, though, is Levi is just he's a pure soldier. He's not a full-blown, grand leader. He can lead his own squad.
But it's just as a weapon, he is one of their strongest weapons next to Aaron. So.
Yeah, him and Mikasa, where they're both Ackermans, I think they both have just that.
So that's the thing I'm worried about too, is they're really setting it up for certain characters to replace certain other characters in terms of the hierarchy and everything. And I feel like Levi may go out at some point and Mikasa's his replacement essentially.
Yeah.
And,
either that or
even though I like Mikasa a lot, I'm still gonna be really fucking sad if that happens.
Well, either that or Levi and Mikasa are just going to I don't know. They're probably going to dominate together, and then Levi's going to retire, and then. Finally.
I really wish that they could get a minute to breathe, where Levi could personally train Mikasa, because I feel like him training her and the ways that he uses his gear and shit, she would become just as badass as him.
Well,
if not more.
Well, in terms of advanced, dude, he's as advanced a soldier as you can get. I mean, in terms of the 3D movement gear, in terms of the blades. He knows what he's capable of, and he's very fucking good at what he does. When it comes to slaying Titans, there's no one out there better. I mean, hell,
just the movements he does are not technically possible. And that's why it's so awesome.
You see, there's ways we look at it, and then there's ways. You see, there's things that just can't be taught. For instance, there's a fighter out there who is who just who you want to see probably the most perfect boxer, the most perfect fighter out there right now. There's actually a fighter by the name of Vasily Lomachenko who is so fast and so precise and so ridiculously powerful. Whenever he fights people, like literally, here's what'll happen. He'll throw a jab to engage them, and then right when they throw a jab back, he takes 3 steps to the side, and all of a sudden he's beside them, like completely to the other side, and he pelts them with a hook right in the side of their face. That is just how good he is. And you see, natural ability is one thing, and then there's, of course, those who have had all the right training at the right time. And then, of course, there's the fact that, bloodborne powers in this show, the Reese family having the ability to erase memories, the Ackermans being ridiculously capable physically, and just also the how the Titan powers are passed on and everything. I mean, it's just there's so much to it. There's so much to it, but in terms of ability and in terms of how he knows how his gear works, I mean, I don't know, dude. There's just so much that we don't know about his technique. And if he explains it to Mikasa and he shows, because what I noticed about how he took down the Beast Titan, he didn't use his hooks just for movement.
Yeah, he did
he also used his blade as an anchor.
So he did the same thing to Annie.
Yes.
Like where he spun down the arm. Like he did that to Annie as well. And like whenever he did that originally, I was just like, whoa!
Well, yeah. You see, effectively, that's him using his momentum. He's digging his blade in just enough to anchor himself in and using his momentum.
Yeah, I think he's actually technically like rolling and like, pushing himself along with the blades.
Well, I could see that. I could see that. And also doing little micro bursts with the air out of the back of his thing as well to carry him forward.
But just like his precision and quickness, like with, changing directions and stuff, because like he saw where he was out in the background killing those other 4 that were coming at him. He's just like, just basically just precision, like quick, ridiculous speed, taking them down. Just up, kill, up, kill, up, kill, up,
as you
kill,
do,
basically.
As you do.
He's just a boss, like, and plus avoids just like everything, like shit reaches for him, and he just, he always dodges it. It's the only time he's technically been injured is when. Due to being distracted by Mikasa,
and he injured his ankle.
Yeah, he twisted his ankle.
Which even then that knocked him out of commission for a little bit, but he still came back just as strong.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I don't know.
This episode was just wicked, dude. These last 2 episodes have just thrown me through an emotional loop.
The writing in this was like another reason that I started watching the show, is like this really, really good writing where they set up essentially an impossible situation, like an impossible choice for someone. And like other stuff has done that and made it feel impactful. But I actually don't know if I've ever seen like a choice laid on characters like quite like this one, like as heavy as this one, and like where both sides have really good points, and it's like, how the fuck do they choose?
That's
like I almost expected Levi to stand up and just be like, guys, how the hell do we pick which one? Like, but he went with Erwin.
There was actually a very brilliant episode of The Simpsons that was back in the day. It was Marge, Itchy, and Scratchy. And what it basically said was, no matter the choices you make, there are always going to be consequences. There sometimes is not a right answer. Mm-hmm. And you have to make a choice anyway. Because if you dawdle and don't make a choice, then something even worse is going to happen.
This show was almost as messed up to me as when we watched Unfriended Dark Web, and like whenever they made the girl choose between her
mother
girlfriend and her mother.
Yeah.
And like she couldn't choose, and like a lot of people I feel like couldn't choose in a situation like that, and like it's saying a lot on these characters that they were able to somehow essentially come to a consensus. And, you know, obviously two of them still really didn't agree, but like they chilled them out to the point that they could get them to go along with it, and then Levi still switched his choice at the end.
Yeah.
It was like, I think Erwin essentially made the choice for him, you know. And yeah, that's a fucking heavy choice.
It's probably one of the heaviest choices.
Because whenever they brought Erwin up, that's why I was like, oh no.
Me too, dude. Because I realized we're going to have to choose, or they're going to have to choose. And me, I didn't know who to choose because Erwin's indispensable experience and his leadership and all that, and he's a name that everyone knows.
It's like both characters have dreams, and it's like who gets to see their dreams through to the end, you know, or
and
has the second chance.
Another reason why Levi did was because chose Armin because
the thing about him wanting to see the sea was still replaying in his mind the whole time when he was going to inject Erwin too. And, so he was having second thoughts already.
And Erwin's dream, the thing with Erwin's dream, they pretty much have got it done. They've retaken the city. They've plugged up the wall. The Beast Titan has been defeated. The Colossal Titan has been defeated. The Armored Titan has been defeated.
Well, his dream was just to know what was in the basement.
Exactly.
He died, so.
Exactly, and they were that close to it.
And also, he's like, "What happens after your dream is done?" You know, and he's like, "I don't know." And it's kind of like having a goal and a dream like that can motivate a person more than someone who's already achieved their goal and dream.
Yeah.
And like the fact that Armin still has a goal to achieve, that could have been a thought that Levi had as well. Is like his goal is something that we still have to fight for, and therefore he might be more driven.
Yes.
Like his drive can be like, what if Erwin finds what's in the basement and just stops being as good as he has been? You know.
Exactly.
He's had a drive this whole time.
He sees what's in the basement. Maybe what's in the basement. I know it's very unlikely considering who Erwin is, but But what if he sees it? And it discourages him.
Yeah.
What for instance, another anime, God Eater, which is a pretty damn good anime in my opinion. There's one character in it who's a commander and actually used to fight and was actually considered by many to be like one of the best fighters out there. And she said the reason why she didn't fight anymore is because she saw something that changed her perspective of the war. And while she's willing to command and help those who are still willing to fight, she has lost the will to fully fight. And the thing was, she saw that the monsters in the show bred at such a quick rate that even if one person, if they had killed 1,000 a day and they had 1,000 soldiers who killed 1,000 a day, it wouldn't matter. And the only way to win was to find the root of the problem and do something else, and she knew that she couldn't last on the front lines, and she didn't have the will to fight, and she didn't want to see any more of her friends die. And that's actually one thing about that anime that I love. And that's only one character. That's only one character of that whole anime, and that whole anime is just filled with craziness.
I hate to keep drawing out this discussion because I have to run to the restroom real bad, but I do want to say, even though I feel like it would have been more satisfying for Reiner to be the one that had to scream, "Hey guys, help me, I'm being eaten," and then being like, "Go fuck yourself," because it's like, how does that make you feel, asshole?
Reiner was the one.
It would have been like, in my opinion, retribution for Marco at this point. But the fact that Bertholdt is now gone means the Titans may not have a weapon for breaching the walls anymore, because Reiner breached the second wall by going through a gate, but
the gate was a lot thinner. Whereas the outer wall is like that thick.
Yeah, if the outer walls don't have any kind of weakness like that, Reiner might not be enough to breach a wall anymore, and so they might have just fixed the problem, and they might actually be ending the season with actually reclaiming the outer wall.
I think so.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, if that's the case, dude, then honestly, that's probably the best outcome for this season, because we're now back at where we started. We're now back at their home. they're home again, and they finally, and hopefully,
all
here in the next
this
few
farmland
episodes,
just got retaken. Like they can clear out the rest of these Titans, obviously.
Exactly.
And humanity in general just got a huge boost to their survivability and everything.
Yeah,
and their quality of life.
Oh yeah, God. All right, well, we're going to end it here, guys. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and if y'all want to see more, y'all know what to do. Check out that Patreon down below where we have full episodes, and also we have everything uploaded a week early. So if you want to check that out, feel free. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And we will see you all in the next one. Peace out.